Good day, chat. How you guys doing? I hope you're all well. And let's see what trading we get today. So first, let me just check if
We'll see what happens today, though.
just want to see if everything is working fine. Just give me a second. Testing. Test. Okay. Sound seems to be fine. All right, so let's have a look. Let's dive in and see what do we have. First of all, guys, let's see who is a. Let's first go to the chat. You, hey, good, great. Thanks for joining. Where you from? Let me know where you guys from. Then I know who am I talking to. All right, so there's a quick push up and open. And I go through the charts just now. Okay, let's see. I'm on a 1 hour chart here. The 1 minute. That's already great. We got someone from South Africa. I'm from South Africa myself. And yeah, good for you to join. First of all, just want to let you guys know this is obviously not financial advice, and everything I do here is educational purposes only. I am a trader myself, and I'm trading with live funds, but I'm not here to demonstrate that for you guys. This is basically just showing you guys how I trade and how you can do the same. All right, let's jump into the 1 minute. I just want to show you guys a quick trade that I just missed. I would normally take this trade, this momentum break. I just want to see you guys can see it. Yeah, momentum break here, up for 10 points, 20 points at the open. That went from 430. I mean, that's easy 30 something points. And that's the start of my day. I mean, you can trade this on its own and make a good living off that. All right, so let's, first of all, guys, you need to have a trading plan. You can't rock up to a chart and just say, listen, guys, let's see what's there on offer. We've seen this big push early in the week running liquidity on this side and this whole trend line liquidity here. So, and now we're just consolidating. This is not giving me any reason to do any trading in here. You could do scalps in here, but for me, this high and this low, this is the range, and we're stuck in that range. I'm on the higher time frame. I'm bearish, and if my sentiment is bearish, I would want to see manipulation and expansion after, consolidation. In this case, we had like a big manipulation up here and there was no expansion. We went back into consolidation. So at this point, I think this week probably, I'm not sure, we might manipulate into these equal highs and then sell off. I'm not going to look for sells as yet because this big fair value gap here is still the line in the sand that prevents price from going lower. And yeah, if you see price run liquidity like it did here and then consolidate for a while, tells me there's some unfinished business up here. And yeah, so for me, I need to wait and see what price does above this level, above this. Oh, we can make it red so we know. That was text, this line. So as long as we just stuck in this range, there's nothing to do. I mean, we can pop down to a lower time frame and see what presents itself. And even if you look at my indicator down here, price is pretty flat, so there's absolutely nothing we should be doing here. Okay, so let's go to a 15 minute. All right, 15 minutes. I can see we're printing some nice equal. I don't know if this is equal. I mean, something similar is happening here. So when on the hourly we're stuck, and then on this we see a big push taking this liquidity out. Now we're consolidating. So we're most probably going to see some sort of a push up, but I don't know, guys. There's no news today. There's nothing that's going to drive this. There's news tomorrow, and again, it's pretty flat down here as well. So just give it some time here, and maybe something will present itself. Always good to wait for that first 15 minutes to finish. This is now 5 minutes here, and this 5 minutes has run liquidity, break structure here aggressively. So this could be a short up here, but I don't know, guys. We're still in this big consolidation, and I'll show you guys why I'm saying it's probably a short. I'm not saying this is a selling place to sell or to go short. This is your fair value gap. Then we had this liquidity rate here. Right. And maybe let's just put some dollar signs in there so we can see it's done. All right, so there's a break of structure here. But then again, the market just opened. Literally just opened, so we would need to see what price wants to do here. Alright guys, if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and yeah, it helps with the algorithm, all of that. And then obviously if you subscribe, I'll remind you of these live sessions. Alright, so as you guys can see, I'm not taking any shorts here yet. Price is actually aggressively pushing higher here. So we just have to sit and wait, and I think maybe there's a chance we want to go higher here. Let's go back to the 15 minute here, and so we want to see what's happening above this red line. Okay, so as we can see, we actually not giving us anything specifically. Alright, I'm going to take this off. Let's see, 30 was here. Okay, this is the first presented fair value gap. Right here, we'll make it purple. Gosh. And we want to see what price does here. All right, so we can see price was probably going to pounce in here and bounce from it. And it could be the place I would most probably look to take a trade. Just as a quick scalp, not as a long home run trade or anything like that. And I'll probably try to buy it at the midpoint and see. See if we can take 1,000 out here. Right, so we longered this trade, and now we want to see if we can just target this high here. Okay, so this is a protected swing at this point in time. So let's just be patient here. Could get that bounce up to this red line up here. And ultimately you don't want to see this low taken out. So maybe what we should do, try to target that. Not sure why the stop loss is not. Okay, so we took the long here. If we break that high and close above that, I'm going to move my stop a very close, move it aggressively up. Yeah. And hopefully we can, run up all the way. Not like yesterday, refused to go higher and then just chop around and stop us out. All right, let's see. 33. Break of structure up here, guys, and this was the swing point that formed after that break. That's why this is my protected low. I don't want to see price come and take this out. If price come down here, I'm obviously wrong, or the market's got something else up its sleeve. So for now, I'm going to treat this as my protected low. If we break this high and close above that, that's a new break of structure. This stop will move over here till I get to break even. Okay, let's see if we can get the bounce here to the upside. So that's a very good question. The fact that we've got this fair value gap here, I mean, this, just to make it bigger, it closed below it. If you really line it up, the body's respected it low. It spiked through it. It's obviously permissible to spike through it, but it should not close like this one. If it closed like that, it's best just to collapse the trade. It's not worth having a trade. But at this point, I'm trusting this low here, and hopefully that, this will go back up and use this just as a stop run to go higher. But also the fact that this black candle closed below the swing point tells me that's a new protected high, and this is most probably just going to stop me out here. All right, there we go. We're out on that trade. And similar thing happened yesterday. I mean, we tested it. I could have taken $1,000 off there, but break of structure has moved. And I'm not saying we're going to sell off from here. I'm just reading price on the short term. Long term is still bearish, but because we are in that bigger consolidation, we might see price, going higher, going lower, but no real long-term direction. The minute we get that long-term direction, guys, we will see better moves, and we will see fair value gaps getting respected and so forth. Now, the other thing is, if you've got a fair value gap, we bounced off here, we validated that, but we didn't close above here. We inverted here, so this is in fact now IFVG. If this candle goes back up and inverted back to the upside, I wouldn't even look at it taking a trade. The minute you see a fair value gap get inverted multiple times, it's worth just sit on the side on your hands. So 22, 20. Okay, so we are talking in chat. It's talking about these equal lows. Very valid equal lows. And now we need to see how price is. I mean, these are equal lows as well. Okay, so we've got equal lows, nice liquidity here, and this red line up here. All right, so what we need to do is, and this is where you need to learn to be patient. You need to, what I've learned, if you trade between two liquidity pools, that's where you lose money, because you'll see price go up to a level, don't tap it, and then reverse go to the other side. So if you think it's a cheap trade to take it up here just to get there, and you're wrong, if you're going to chase price between two liquidity pools, you're going to lose a lot of money. So for now, I would wait, because this liquidity down here is on the bottom side of the consolidation. This consolidation, just to show you guys, at the bottom of this 1 hour consolidation. So for now, and remember, a 1 minute chart is a chart to take a trade. That's my entry. I'll take my entries. And this looks like we want to sell off here on the 15 minute. That's your first 15 minutes. Now I'm going to take this off, this all off. I'm going to show you what I would expect price to go to this Price might come and test 50% of that. And then we could sell off from there. So we'll go back to 1 minute. Remember, that's the 50% of the 15-minute wick. Let's call it the 50. Right, so now let's see. Okay, so I've already got momentum breaking lower down here, which suggests we might just drop from here. But I mean, this was pretty aggressive move up, another one aggressive move down. So the real entry is going to be around, yeah, it's going to be this fair value gap here. Make this one blue. Let's see if we can get a retest back in here. It lines up with the 50% of the wick, guys, and see if we can get an entry to take it short to these equal lows. Break of structure. And if you see price run away before you enter, don't try to chase it. Just let it be. If that's what it wants to do, and that's what it wants to do. So always good to keep track of the move. Still think, okay, well, seems like it wants to drop without us, and then so be it. Good call on those equal lows. I mean, if we want to go down there, we need to break below this low here. Let's see if there's opportunity to take a pullback here. See what we're doing now is we're printing nice equal lows here again. So we could see price come back all the way here, which is in a deep premium, and then sell off to all these things. Or we can just drop right into it. I've seen people try to take it here as a cheap trade quickly to get there. And then this thing pulls back all the way up to there and then drop hard. Any questions, feel free to ask away. In the chat, I'll try to obviously answer all of them. Equal lows at 324, 324 is around here. I think it's pretty close to this one here. So I would just keep that one. And again, we could see price like now run this little two lows and then go up. Unless you're prepared to take a decent drawdown, you can short here and try to target these lows. But part of this education, guys, is to show you guys, you know, to enforce that discipline of a trader. What you need to do in order to preserve your capital, keep your risk as low as possible, and then obviously maximize your profits. News are tomorrow, so if there's no trade today, then so be it. We took a loss up here, which is fine. Could have taken closer than that 10 points there. I didn't. I thought we are going to run higher, yeah. But that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Right, so we literally went into this little fair value gap. That tells me this gap up here was more like a breakaway gap. And break of structure here, if we close below this low now, and it pulls back, you could look for a scalp, quick 10 pointer. But therefore we need to close below this wick. Nope. So I wouldn't try. It might go there, but it's not worth it for me. Not if you want to learn to trade like a real trader now. All right, so momentum indicator, just to show you guys, we break structure here, and that on its own lining up with this momentum going down. And you could have entered at this, put your stop there, and you would easily have gotten your 2 to 1. This is obviously not something you can just trade on your own. You have to have context behind it. All right, so we made a swing. We formed a swing point down here, a swing point up here. So we want to retrace all the way back up there. We want to close above here, this fair value gap or this swing point, to get some sort of a pullback here. Let's see what it looks like now. Anything above this line is a premium. That is obviously a nice deep premium if we can get a short up there. But for now we've got this fair value gap, this fair value gap. It's blocking price. The magnets are down here. So it's all about where smart money wants to take a trade. You can expect some sort of high resistance liquidity because it's not trading markets. It's consolidation, and yeah, no big news factors this week, except for yesterday and then tomorrow. Let me know in chat if anyone has taken any trades. Right, so let's see what price does here. Just gonna run these highs and sell off here. Would have been a nice short there. Okay, I think I'm going to actually try a short here. Just want price to pull back a bit. And then I think I'm going to try these equal lows here. Right, so I'm taking this. Let's see if we can write it down. Where is this take profit? I'll stop there just in case it decides to turn around. Okay, so it's aggressively slicing through this. Let's hope it continues and it don't make a U-turn here. Don't know why my stop. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we've closed below this liquidity equal lows here. Close below it, that's important. Didn't wick below it and close up here. I need this white candle now to not pull back too far, but actually continue lower here for us. Gosh, it's one of those days. Yep, out of that trade as well. Right, so obviously, okay. Strange we didn't get to this. Took the first one, but maybe now we want to go up first and then come down. Oh well, can't beat them all. So now if we see a big white candle close above here, that's a break in structure. I mean, this is a swing point on its own. We ran liquidity through it, close above this swing point here. Now we could see price potentially go back up into this area here. But I'm not trading it. I'm just observing now. Yeah, I think around the direction, this is a 1 minute, so as much as it looks correct. It doesn't have to run all the liquidity. It could reverse here and keep on consolidating or run higher from here. So it's 1 minute, it's noise. You're going to see swings, highs and lows both sides. But if you go to your 1 hour, this is what's important. So the 9 o'clock, so basically we're still in this consolidation. Then we're in a tighter consolidation here. So there's nothing even on the hourly, this white candle, black candle that closed below it. Yeah, but I would have been more inclined to take this as a bearish sign if this black candle, 9 o'clock candle, went through these highs here and then sell off. That I would do. But where it's now, we ran liquidity. I don't have anything right now where I can confidently say, guys, this is where I would take a trade. I took 2 losses because this trade here, the entry was right. We just never got to this high here. So it's high resistance rejecting. So this was the stop run to go lower. We didn't go up here. See, this is a breakaway gap type thing. And we ran liquidity. We came back, took a trade, and maybe 10 points was good enough, but that defeats the purpose because you want to target liquidity. The way I trade is I trade from liquidity to liquidity. So if we were going to go up there first, I would target these at the bottom and vice versa. So on the higher time frame, that's what I'm doing. And yeah. Still holding for the original trade. Holding means what? Have you taken a trade? Or waiting? No, so I don't think the original trade is invalid because there's still liquidity down here. So we could, let's first see what price does up here. Let's see if it wick in here or give some sort of sign. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm just worried. The only thing that throws me a bit off here, one, we're in this big consolidation. Secondly, we've run liquidity in here and we're not bouncing away aggressively. It's like small candles. So small candles after this tells me if it continues small all the way up, we're most probably gonna see some sort of a shift up here to run lower. But look, it's only 10 o'clock now, so there's still time. $24. Okay, so you're looking at the what? At the midpoint. I'm looking at this wick, 50% wick, which is the 24,490. I mean, it's so close, so not really matter, right? See, we just ran these highs now. Body didn't close above this fair value gap. Actually, just that's fine. And shift, so maybe it's trying to trap people in for shorts here who's trading fair value gaps. If we close above this, I think we'll go up higher. Alright, so no trades, good trade. I mean, It's sad that we've run this breaker structure here, never got tested to run down. That would have been an A plus setup for us, but obviously it didn't play out that way. I said earlier, trading plan, you have to come to your, before you sit in front of your charts, or before the opening bell hits, you should know already. You should take a pen and paper or pencil and draw out how you want to see the day unfold. That's how you're going to stay out of trouble. And if it doesn't do that, you don't pull the trigger at all. And again, market moves in 3 cycles. It consolidates, it manipulates, and it expands. And if it doesn't do, well, it would always do that. So you got to find out where are you in that exact moment. So here you can see prices moving sideways. So it was consolidation. Should have known better as manipulation, and then expansion. Then we get consolidation, manipulation, consolidation. So this is not really expanding. And this is also telling me it's not going to expand because it might still want to settle from there. So if you can just master that, 3 phases of price, you'll be golden. We as traders still trying to trade towards what we think the market should do instead of what the market is showing us. Like, why would I have chosen to consolidate, manipulate, and take a trade here? Manipulate, it came back, retest, I entered, and then it reversed. Then it expand. It will never consolidate, manipulate, and expand in the same direction. That means there was no manipulation. So it's always good to look for that type of signs. Okay, so that swing point's still valid there. All right, let's let it play out and let's wait and see. Alrighty. This is the part we just need to chill. So there we got the break above the, so this is your protected low now. If you were trading this, you should not see price come down to this low. It's going up. It can come down here and test here, but then go higher. Right, so I am literally gonna place an order here and let's see. Yes, that is actual correct. And I think this is where these equal lows were forming. Yeah, that's exactly it. That is the box, and the opposite is going to be this red line. So now we need to be very careful to see what price is going to do up here. Okay, so let's do this. Let's try for that. I don't know if this is, I could put my stop loss here. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how price goes. Maybe it inverts here to go higher to that red line. Let's give it some time. Right, what do you guys think? $15-minute candle. It is an engulfing candle running this liquidity, great rejection. So I most probably think we're gonna run it up to that 4,000. 4,000, but again, guys, this is not the conditions where you should actually take these trades. But let's see. Last consolidation this week here took out that low, so hopefully we see the expansion here, and then we can obviously reduce risk. It's a nice move. Let's see if we can close like that. And I'm definitely going to close on that risk. All right, so risk reduced. Now let's see if we can get to our target. Let's give it some time, yeah. Okay. Oh wow, you're in a short. I'm in a long. I'm long. But maybe the shorts win, yeah, so let's see. Depends on how we're gonna close. So for shorts to win this battle, I want to see price close below this, take me out. And yeah, then you're right. If we invert this, close above here, we might want to go higher. Yeah. Right, so there is a fair value gap here. So now I've got a fair value gap that might block price here, so we might see a bounce here. Remember what I said earlier, you don't want to get stuck with price between two fair value gaps. It's never a good place to be in. So, but let's see. That's my protected low, which I believe should hold unless this is too strong and send price lower. Hey, look at that. Looks like shorts is gonna win. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. What the move, guys? What the move? Yes, I am using trading view. So looking at this big move down, see where this exclamation mark is. This is the low. It's sent price higher, break structure. That's my protected low, and I follow protected lows to manage my risk. I mean, at this point, I could take the money off the table, but I do think, like I said, guys, we're stuck between this price going back and forth. If we break higher and close above this swing point here, that'd be key for us to go all the way to the top. Now we just need to sit and wait. And here we go, back and forth, back and forth. Let's see, no fair value gaps up here. So look, this thing could quite easily just bounce, stop me out, take these lows, and then go higher. But I would love to see price bounce and close above this level here. And then I'll probably move my stop to break even here. So, just on the question on the broker, I've been so accustomed to TradingView that I would look for brokers who I can trade TradingView through. And I mean, CFDs are still probably the better way for us in South Africa, but and just because of the regulations stopping us from doing funded account prop firms and all of that, unfortunately. But I do from time to time, try these brokers where we trade on TradingView. Can you believe this? Kidding me. It would have been nice if this white candle here closed above here, then that would have been an awesome trade. But look, we're not done yet. So now we just need to sit and wait. Unfortunately. Right, so by the way, 11 o'clock is my cutoff time for trading. If I'm in a position, then obviously I'll manage it to the profit target. If I'm not in a trade, I won't try not to take a trade after 11 o'clock. New York time, obviously. In South Africa, it's 5 o'clock. This is one of those grinding days. We get a sell-off into liquidity and then we are grinding higher or in a direction, but very slowly. Same thing happened yesterday when we talk about fair value gaps, and I'll show you guys. Yesterday, guys, so yesterday was here. Just to show you guys how this works. Where was it? It was this. So we were in this FVG here. Right. And then I've marked out, I mean, this is a bigger fair value gap here. As you guys can see, it bounced. I think it was actually this one here. Yes, I had these two, and I was like, okay, coming down, we're going to bounce here, we're going to inverse. because we took out these lows. Just got there, dropped. Try again, dropped. Try again, dropped. Try again, looks like it's dropping. Trap people out and then drop again. And then it went up. So that's why when you see prices doing this, I'd rather just go watch a movie. Right, so let's see. Are we getting traction here? Right. Remember, this could be one of those traps. And again, while you look at all of this is liquidity. So I think even if we, well, I hope we get there first, but if we get there, we might sell off taking all this liquidity. I just hope we don't do it before we get there to run down, spike aggressively down and then run up. I won't be surprised if we do that, because that's the market conditions we are in right now. Okay, let me take this off, then get more room to view the chart. Yeah, okay, so I would do, gosh, sorry, I just need to get my times right now. If 11 o'clock is 5 o'clock, what time is PM? Um, 8 o'clock is South African time, so that's 2 o'clock New York time. So we can trade that last hour at 2 to 3, which is 8 to 9, and see what's happening. Remember the 130 to 2 is the new range for the it's like the first 15 minutes or first 30 minutes when New York open, 9:30 to 10. Then you get 1:30 to 2. That's the second range in the PM session. So I would set it up. I'll be back. I mean, I'm not hopping off now. Still want to watch this trade play out. But I will set it up for 2 p.m. today. But I'll schedule it so you guys can see that it's there. And then we'll hop on again and we'll just talk through the trades and see what happened here. And if anything happened. Maybe there's some, some better moves later in the day. Okay, so let's see. Just love it when price is just stuck. And I promise you guys, if I close this trade now, it will probably just run up. Okay, so people probably think, how come I haven't put my stop loss at break even yet? Look, this is still my protected low, and this was the last time we broke structure. We close above it. I'm not reading this as breaking structure because we wicked through it. That's a new structure. This is new structure. And for me, I need to see displacement through there and stay there. I could move my stop to break even here. And I guess if price really want to drop here, it will probably drop right through. So let's move it to break even then. But normally I would wait for structure to break first. But it's so close, so it makes no difference to me right now. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something else. Just see, I'm going to pop over to the daily chart quickly. I'll switch back just now. So yeah, I'm just gonna hide some stuff here. See this big white candle? Yeah, it wicks through this one and closed. Don't look at that. Look at this candle and the candle after that. That's an inside bar. The high and the low is within the high and the low of the previous candle. Now what normally happens when you see a candle like this, the smaller candles in the inside of that is consolidation. You will then see this high get, if you bearish, this high get violated with a wick and close back within the range. Then you know that was the manipulation, this was the consolidation. Now the expansion will come and the expansion will target the low here. And I'll try and look for an example so you guys can see what I mean. Boom, 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 boom. This is not a good example. All right, so here's one, but it's consolidating, and then it just expands. So it didn't really run lower to expand here. Or maybe the data is not the right. I can show you on the lower. So that's what I'm expecting here. We'll have to wait and see what price is going to do anyways. But that's normally how inside, you know, inside bars, a mother bar with smaller bars in the middle, and yeah, that's how it normally plays out. Okay, so what's happening here now is one of my favorite setups. This white candle, this is an outside bar. We wick through the low of the previous candle, and then the body closes above the high of that candle. We're not there yet. We'll have to wait for the market, you know, this candle to close, but I do think that's probably where we're going to end. And this is also outside bar, wick through the highs and close, break structure, and then it just dropped from there. All right, so one thing I'm not good at is predicting the future on these charts, so just bear with me. All right, let's see if we can close above that low, that high. That would give us where is London low and Asia? This is down here. This is this equal lows. I personally think these equal lows are going to stay intact till we run higher here. And again, that's just me. I run this liquidity here. If we do, then the opposite liquidity will be London low. But again, see how we go to that high, spike through it, close below it, and then we hopefully find support here to send it higher. But yeah, I still can't move my stop here. Look, at this point, the market can turn around in a dime and go for London lows. But if you really think about it, why would the market, I mean, the market can do whatever it wants, but you want to see, the way I've been trading profitably is to mark out liquidity on highs and lows, equal highs, equal lows, trend line, all of that. Whenever you see price running for one and actually run one and it rejected, then it's not obvious, but you could think logically the next liquidity is up for grabs, which is lower down in this case. And we're printing all this liquidity here. This is more like a trend line, consolidation, hopefully a trend line, and then rejection to sell off. But we're going to have to see in 5 minutes from now the macro will start. So I don't know if we will see then expansion up there or a complete reversal and sell off. So let's just wait and see. But to answer that question, yes, it could most definitely do that. But from a logical point of view, I would want to see price go up here first. And the reason I'm saying that, I want price to manipulate, or not manipulate, to force people to think we're going higher and then sell off. It's amazing how price is just not moving. All right, what are the macros? All right, so between on every hour, the first 10 minutes of that, or that last 10 minutes of the hour, which is 10 to, like now, it's going to be 10 to till 10 past. That is the time when the macro is running to run for liquidity. And I'll mark it out here. So it's between this line and this line, where price will seek liquidity or continue a bigger move. That's where there's more volume coming through the market. And but because we know the market it's very much manipulated in a way that it's, manipulate to different liquidity pools. If you got equal highs, in this case not equal highs, but it is a liquidity, I would like to see some sort of spooling happening when we go into this, between these two lines. And that could mean anything. That could mean we run higher or we just dropped. And sometimes it just does nothing. So, but majority of the time, that's what macros does. And sometimes you'll see it where price is just moving sideways nowhere, just to wait for time to go by, and then suddenly you see this burst of energy. And like I said, could quite easily go down as well. All right, so there we got our first close above. So I need to put my stop right here to make it protective. I don't know if I want to. I'll put it, yeah, just so we can secure some profits. And the only reason I don't want to put it there is because the market is so back and forth. That I don't trust it. But I also don't want to leave it here and then we run all the way down and then I made nothing out of that move. Okay, 10 seconds. Let's see if we get anything. Nothing. So one thing to remember, macros don't push price from the very first minute. It can happen between these two lines. Could still do nothing and then suddenly or right at the end do something. Come on. Pretty much still stuck. It refused to go higher. Okay, so now we've got a new high we need to break through. Not wick through, breakthrough. Let me know in the chat how long have you been trading. And are you considered as a beginner, intermediate, or are you experienced? Great, 3 years, are you profitable? 2 years, 3 years, and I mean, what are the challenges? All right, so obviously this channel is to educate. So whether you're beginners, experienced, what have you, I'm gonna obviously try to help you guys to turn you into great traders, or to profitable traders at least. And I hope I can share some value to you all. And I'm going to take requests from the chat. So If there's something very specific that you're struggling with, or you want me to take a session to focus on that, let me know in the chat, and happy to do that. It's great content for you, and obviously for everybody else who can find value out of that. Right, so here we are in that macro area. We see a little bit of a sell-off here. And I think, no, let's wait, let's hold. See, if I moved my stop here, I would have been out of the trade. This has moved now again. So as you guys can see, I keep moving the highs. We don't close above it to say we're going higher, but we are breaking it slowly. So we're chipping away, going gradually higher, which is not, it's not a trading condition you want to participate in. I would like to see, you know, this candle move up higher and close up there now. But you know what? If price comes down and stop me out here, that's also fine. I mean, I gave it my best shot. I've managed to trade. I'm not losing money on this trade, and it will get better. That's just the way trading is. And especially this last couple of months or few months, trading has been challenging with the war scenario and all of that. So, yeah. Okay, so that's I mean, beginner, 50-50, that's fine. We're gonna sort that out for you, and maybe just let me know what's challenging for you. Where do you keep getting caught out on? Under 24, 461. Let's see, 461. 461. Yeah, look, we stuck in this range. From the top here to the bottom here. So we pretty stuck in this range. So we could struggle here and then come back into the 50% range, which would be probably around here, and then bounce from there, or just sell off from here. I don't know. So for now, I'm looking at this. I can't just be bearish from anywhere here. And the reason I say that, I need price to run liquidity higher up and reject it aggressively for me to say, all right, okay, now it looks like we're bearish, and I'll trust it. At this price or this point, this tells me, yeah, we're not going anywhere fast. So, but this wick down respected this 50% of that fair value gap very nicely, and that's algorithmic. So, but then I want to see price go higher if that's a bullish signature. So, and as you guys can see, looking at all these wicks and bodies and all of that, so it's all over that 50%. So it's a mixed bag. So I can't even tell you this is good for today, because it's not. If we break above this and close there, I would definitely move my stop here. If it then stops me out, then it's fine. You'll never know. Let's just give it some time. All right, so this black candle closed below that swing point there, so I'm expecting price to come back into this fair value gap, because it's refusing to go higher or close above highs here. So I mean, I could just collapse the trade here, take $1,400, or just let it be. So let's see if we can save this. Yep, we're gonna get stopped on this trade, definitely. I'm pretty sure of that. So if my move was stopped up here, I would have been out at $2,000. And because I didn't trust it, now I'm actually only going to get like $700. That's why you got to stick to your rules. And trading is a very rule-based exercise. If you got clear rules, you got to stick to it. If you don't stick to it, you can't be mad if you lose money. Simple as that. That's provided the rules that you got, support a well-tested and trusted strategy. Right, so let's see. Struggle with psychology when it takes profit early and hits take profit. When I stay too long, I ended up hitting my stop loss. I would like to master trade management. All right, so that's perfect. I am going to make a video around risk management, how I manage my trades. I've struggled with exactly the same thing, and luckily I found a way, to identify protected lows. And if it wasn't for that, I would have been struggling my butt off still. And we can definitely, and in this live streams, you'll see I'm going to talk about trade management all the time, because when we take a trade, we're going to manage risk properly. And I know I didn't take it up here, but up here, but that's how I normally would trade it. This price action is not good for today, so that's no excuse. And that this is definitely something I will hammer on, because that's a big thing for people, is to manage risk. And then you can test it with me and see if it works for you. I know some people would like to just move it to break even. I like to trail it in to the money, just in case the market turns around. Then at least I've taken some money. If I've left it here or left it where it originally was, I end up losing money or spending all this time in front of the computer not taking any profits. All right, let's see if we can get this push up. So we passed 11 o'clock now. Putting my stop at $900. And because if we're going to close below this or spike, we're going to stop everything else. So let's try to squeeze some more money out of this. I promise you guys, there's going to be days we're going to find some nice trades. And just stick with me. Hit that notification bell and all of that, so you know when we go live. And then we'll just take it step by step from there. Yeah, I do think we're going to get stopped out here. $900. So there we go. I don't know why it's so slow, but anyways. All right, so hope you guys learned something here today. It wasn't the greatest price action, but it did teach us, when to spot consolidations like these two fair value gaps. But yeah, so I'll see you guys later for the PM session, 2 p.m. New York time, or in South Africa, it's going to be 8 p.m. So I'll schedule that now so you guys can hit that notification bell and all of that, and I'll see you guys a bit later. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for the comments, and thanks for sitting and watching with me. Take care, and I'll chat to you guys later. Bye-bye.